Okay, folks, this is Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. How you doing? I know you're not here yet, but I'm hoping you guys will show up. Yay! There we go. We're at it again. We're moving out. We're moving in. Be right back. I got something I need. Did you finish eating already, hon? I noticed I had some mayonnaise on my mustache. Sorry about that, folks. Hey, Mandy, how you doing? Sorry, I had to turn that light out. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Hope things are doing well there over in Australia. And Jenny can tell you how she's doing right now. I do have to make a. You can talk to her real quick. I've got to go get her some Band-Aids. One moment, please. Talk to her, huh?
Hey,
Mandy.
how you doing, Manny? Eat BB&J. Sorry, I can't read the comments. It's too far away.
You can always get on your phone
I'm incapacitated.
and use your extra tablet to set up for the chat.
No,
That way you could read it.
I don't want to.
No, you don't have to chat. Just read it. You can talk the rest. Hey, Wyatt. She says she's alive and kicking, love.
Same here.
Wyatt, we have a development in the giveaway. It's going to have to be pushed back a month due to unforeseen health conditions. Not mine, hers. So it's going to take, I'm still doing it, but it's going to be more of a Halloween one now due to things that's going on here, that it's going to be a little bit more jumbled for the next month or so. It is still going on. I've got some more stuff I'm planning on adding to it to make it a little bit more interesting. So it's still gonna happen. It's just gonna take a little longer because things came up. But don't just be discouraged. You're still gonna, I'm sure you want to enter still. And if you see me eating, I'm sorry. This is my supper. Just let me know if I got anything in my mustache. Thank you, Wyatt. Not my house, hers. She had to be rushed to the hospital yesterday from work, so that's going to be our first priority right now. You know, he's laying right where you got that scratch.
No, it's on the other leg.
Oh, I thought it was on that leg. Okay, so he helps you feel better, hon.
Huh?
Wyatt hopes you feel better.
Thank you, Wyatt.
But it's still happening. I got some ideas to improve the giveaway package. Some things that you haven't heard about or seen yet. So, yeah, that's what going to be interesting to see when it does come out. So, I am going to be doing the hunter safety, Bowhunter safety course tonight. So this is going to be Unit 2. It's going to be fairly long, several parts. So you're going to be. Mandy didn't know. Tell her you're okay, hon.
I'm okay.
She will tell you later, privately, if we come up. We'll put it in the private chat. What happened, Mandy? That way you know more directly. Okay.
Just tell her.
She had a pulmonary edema
Embolism.
pulmonary embolism due to blood clots that was in her lower leg from her surgery on her foot. One of the blood clots traveled to her lungs, which caused severe pain. Correct?
What?
I'm trying to describe it, but I can't. I'm just trying to figure. I've never.
I had pain in my chest, and they told me to call 911 because I was kind of clammy and I had pain in my chest. They thought I was having a heart attack, but it turns out I've got a blood clot in my lung and my leg. So they got me on blood thinners so it can break up. And that's what happened.
Yeah, she's got to follow up next week. So, hey Rob, how you doing, brother? No, it's not good at all. But she got in to be seen right away, and there's very good doctors at the VA. That's what I've always found. At least the ones here, I've noticed. Right, love?
What?
We've had good doctors at the VA.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I would like to finish listening to my book Undisturbed. Thank you very much.
Well, I hate to tell you this. I probably will. People will probably be asking you questions. Okay?
All right, fine.
Stay rested, and she loves you. That's what Mandy said. Stay rested, and she loves you. Mandy said.
Love you too.
So, she loves you too. So, been a long day. Ended up across the country to the other areas. Oh, okay. Well, that's good that you did that. I understand the need and keep them from get them back home safe. Hope they weren't too overly imbibed. Yes, Pepsi is my favorite. I'll show you why, Wyatt. Just because you didn't know, I have a banner set up just because I do love my Pepsi. I'm gonna stop sharing for a little bit so you can see this. See if I can make this. Can I make my screen bigger? I don't know. I'm working on it. I'll add my thing here back up here in a second. Oh my. No alcohol poisoning, I hope. Because that's a lot of vodka. Okay, I'm gonna wait till we get some more people in here. We're showing like 3 people so far. Hopefully, we can get enough to I can start doing the Bowhunter safety course. I don't know where Jason and Molly are as of yet. I'm gonna have to double check on Instagram. Maybe they may have left a message or something. I don't know because they're usually up here learning this with me. So I don't have any messages as of yet from them. So let's see here. I can't call them right now because my phone is down. But hopefully they'll answer soon. Oh, I bet you're exhausted, Rob. Oh, man. Oh. I'll be right back. I've got to get my knee brace because I can't sit without it supported. Tonight, I will also show off some information on types of bowheads, broadheads, and stuff like that. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Well,
And
let
good
me
afternoon.
mute my YouTube side.
What was that?
How to mute my YouTube side.
Oh, okay. What are you wearing?
Sweatband.
I'm not used to seeing you wearing one of those.
No, look behind me. This is what I've been doing.
Oh, wow. Getting all set up, huh?
Yeah.
That looks cool. I'll as soon as we get a little bit, few more people in here, I will start the next unit of the Bowhunter safety course.
Yeah, like I said, I just realized what time it was. I'm like, uh-oh.
That's okay. That's okay. I bugged you enough yesterday as it was.
So, no, if you look, I had to pull everything off the wall.
I see that. Hey, Molly. I'm putting a brace, wrap around my knee as well as a brace because my knee is hurting pretty good. So I can sit up longer. Man, I found my good broadheads finally for my bow. And I'm going to show them
I'm
off.
going to check up Molly.
Okay. Hope she's okay. Okay. Oh, there's a double on this one here now. Oh, that feels so good. Means my knee's not going to hurt as bad. Sorry, folks. This is a necessary evil for me because I need to secure my knee before I do anything.
This is going to be a multi-day project.
Oh, I bet.
Part of it downhill.
Yeah, that's. I just
By
grabbed.
the way, to the both of you, thank you for the birthday card.
Oh, you're welcome.
I already sent my thanks to Molly via my temporary phone number.
Did you get
Hi,
my
Mandy. Hi,
response?
Rob on the road.
Did you get my
And
response?
Wyatt's here too.
Yeah, and your response too.
Yep, Wyatt's here too, by the way.
Okay. I'll go dark for a few moments here.
Okay, that's fine.
I just now sitting down.
Oh, I bet.
Well, I've been going since like in the shop here since what? 1 o'clock?
Which unit of the course deals with taking them from the rich and giving to the poor? That is the Legends of Sherwood Archery Range. That is the one that I run. That's the only one I can tell you. Everybody else is rich. I'm poor, so I try to make money doing that. Teaching people how to shoot. And you could be a part of my band there, Rob. Easily enough. Just like Jason is, like Cliff and everybody else. And Mandy and though we don't follow the original names per se. Because most of the people who portrayed Robin in the fairs that I went to, I outshot them hands down. More practice because I ran the archery range. And my maid Marion is right there.
I think Molly is about ready to pop up.
Okay. She's more than welcome, as per usual. And always.
Her computer is louder than mine.
Ah. But it's actually yours is coming in pretty good, though.
No, sound wise on this end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Hers is a true laptop. Mine's a laptop tablet.
Oh, the one with the little external keyboard?
Yeah, you open it up, it looks like a laptop, then you can actually fold it around and use it as a tablet.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I've seen those, but I've never actually, used one. So I don't know how. Apparently,
Yeah,
it
it's good.
looks not good enough for you to do what you're doing.
Yeah, it does everything I need it to do.
I do have some stuff like a little bit of trivia stuff. I want to run by some people as well throughout the night. I've got like 3 or 4 items over here to my left that I'm going to show off. And, for those who hunt regularly will recognize a lot of them. Some of them won't, but you never know. 2 of the items are actually together. You got to tell me which is which or what it's for. So
There. Okay.
Echo.
Grand Canyon.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Your YouTube site is on, honey.
No, it's muted.
I'm muted. Oh, it's my sound. There we go.
Ta-da.
That's better.
It was me.
Thank you again, Molly, for the card. I just got it today.
Oh, did you like it?
Yes, I did. I read it to Jenny and everything. It's like it did get a little wet because we were downpouring all freaking day. I actually had to back my truck up a little bit to dump the water out of the back off the back cover of my truck.
Yeah, lucky you got rain.
We got a
Hi,
lot of rain.
Mandy. Hi, Mandy.
We got Mandy, Rob, and Wyatt in here tonight.
Well, Mandy said hi.
Yep.
Hello, Wyatt.
What's up, Wyatt? Sorry.
Yep. I told him that we are pushing the giveaway till next month. It'll give me more time to get things a little bit more solidified in the whole package, and I want to do maybe some upgrades and some other things just to make it a little bit more worth the giveaway. And with Jenny and I's health issues, we can get those, try to resolve those as well. And it feels so sucky that I can't go hunting. Ugh. Okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to get to go this year, so we'll see.
Well, you have technically been hunting.
Yeah. Fishing.
And fishing. So you've been out, you've been on the mouse hunt.
Yeah, but that's inside the house and around the property.
It still counts.
Yes and
No,
no.
there's no thrill of the hunt.
No, I can't put it in the freezer and eat it later.
Well,
No.
hunt does not mention anything about eating, just hunting.
Ugh.
At least you can walk. So you got me beat.
Yeah, I am getting better though.
Oh, I'm not sure if you saw these, but I put
Does
these
it
together.
explode at the top?
I put these
It's
together
supposed
last
to
night.
explode at the top.
Check those out.
No, I've only got 3 screws in it. That's how far I got before I realized what time it was.
Hey, Jason, check these out.
Hey, don't cut your hand.
I put these together last night, right at the end of my stream.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, if you see Jeff, oh my gosh. He did the pratfall without actually making be a pratfall. He looks like he got beat up by an MMA fighter.
Really?
He tripped in his driveway and got a knot on his head about the size of a baseball and a black eye. Full on
No,
eye closed. Black
I
eye.
haven't seen it. He
I've
sent
got-
you a message yesterday,
Yeah, I got pictures.
but you didn't share it with anybody.
No. I wouldn't share these. These are. It really literally looks like.
Are those one you put on Facebook?
Yeah,
Okay, I saw them.
they're not.
No,
easy
they're
to
not
look
pretty.
at.
No, they're not pretty.
I didn't want to share that here.
I thought it was in a traffic accident or something.
He tripped in his driveway.
Oh, jeez.
He was chasing after a volleyball, apparently, and he tripped, and he came down and hit his head on the concrete.
I've done that.
Yeah, but he ended up with a swollen right above his. I'm not sure his left eye. It was like swollen like this big, and he had a full-on eyes swollen shut black eye, like he went up against Rocky. Is that your pegboard?
That's the pegboard.
All right. You mentioned you were going to put those up.
Yeah.
That's cool. What kind of hooks are you using?
Pegboard hooks.
Well, I mean, there's different types.
Oh, I got the variety pack from Harbor Freight and a couple of ones from work.
I know that they do make the bigger ones
Yeah,
that allow you to hold bigger items.
Yeah.
Like a cross.
here, hold on. I got some.
Okay. I have an issue here. I am getting disconnected here. Why am I not getting power? Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute.
Give me a second. My computer is not charging. Why is that? It was doing fine earlier. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, I'm watching it fall. The oil. It'll be a mess.
All right.
So, I know it's really hard for both Rob and Mandy to do any type of hunting in the States, or not sorry, where they live, even with bows. But I do know that it is allowed. It's just really hard to get permission to do so.
That's the same shot straight for the bandit.
Am I right, Jason?
Yeah, they're pretty far away.
No, I meant the rules and regulations pertaining to them hunting in their areas. While hard to get, you can get it. It's just a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yeah. Well, anyways, my pegboard accepts these
Okay, little cups.
little cups, and of course I have all of these here.
Okay, those I'm familiar with.
I got these little jars,
Okay.
and I have a
That one's a new one.
whole assortment of stuff.
Okay, I've never seen the jar ones. That's a new one.
Yeah. And then, so that holds, all kinds of cool stuff you can hang. And
To
then,
be fair, Rob, the last time you were actually hunting is when last time you went to a military surplus store. Just be honest with that. Yourself with that.
and these.
Okay, I'm not those.
It's
I
a
don't think
tray.
I've ever seen one of those.
It's a tray.
I can see that, but I've never seen one before.
Yeah, just put them right up there.
When you get it finished, I would like to have a little video about how that works and how it's set up.
Well, I'll
If you
probably
would,
be doing, I'll probably be doing it on my live tomorrow.
Okay. So I'd like to see it all set up and everything. How it works and stuff.
Yeah, Molly and I were going to be doing a little bit of traveling tomorrow. We're going to go look at the
Campground.
campground. We don't know if we're going to do the
Martin dies.
well, we're going to do the Martin Dyes Junior Park, but we don't know if we're going to do the Hen House Ridge or the north side, which is going to be the
Woodville.
no, not Woodville. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, but there's two sides of it. There's one on the north side of the highway, one on the south side of the highway.
Well, I do. Let's see, where's this at? You guys did mention that you're going to be going camping on your anniversary
Birthdays.
birthday. Sorry,
Yeah, we're going to try to attempt to.
that's coming up, right?
Yes, next month.
Yeah, we're gonna go on my birthday and come back on his.
Yeah.
Now, see, I said don't record that weekend. If that's your guys' weekend, be silent, have fun, and whatever.
Oh no, we'll probably do some fishing and.
No, but that's your guys' weekend.
Yeah.
You don't
But
need to
it's
record
still
that or
content.
tell us about it.
And we're going to set up the tent that we are picking up tomorrow.
Well, his Wednesday we'll be home in time to go live.
Okay, Wyatt's back.
So we're going out on Monday. And coming back Wednesday.
Yeah, we just have to be out of the park, by 2:00.
I've got my follow-up appointment for my knee on Monday at a little after 7 in the morning, which is going to suck, but got to be done.
Mute.
So we're going to find out what's going on. Hey, Dave. I think I've seen you before.
Yeah, too bad.
No, I don't think I have. Okay. Hey, Dave. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming.
Any relation to Richard Mull?
I don't know. The name sounds familiar. I mean, I've seen the name somewhere. I just, but his page is, there's nothing on it.
Like me.
No, you got followers, Molly.
Oh,
Whether you have content or not, we follow you no matter what. But no, he's like a new page. But that's okay. We accept a lot of people here. So how you doing, Dave? Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. When we get enough, about 4 more people in here, then I'll start the Bowhunter Safety Course, Unit 2. It's going to be a fairly intensive one this time. Going to put all the different small units in between all into one big thing.
Well, that's kind of cool.
What is?
His answer, he says, yes, but I don't remember from where. Lots of laugh. And yes, in regards.
Yep. Not sure. If you want to come up, Wyatt, you can, but I'm going to get ready to, do the, as soon as I get enough people in here, we're going to be going up on the Bowhunter Safety Course.
We're going to do chapters.
We're doing Unit 2.
Right?
Unit 2. Give me a second here. I'll give you the exact what we got in this one. It's okay. Unit 2, and I'm not sure how many parts. 1 of 7.
Well, we aced one, the first one.
Yep. Well, this is going to be
100%.
this is Unit 2. It's got 7 parts, so it's going to be a little bit more intensive because I'm trying to combine them all into one. So it's going to be a little bit more intense. I did make sure that the chapter is going to be a little more legible because I made it. I blew up the page where you can see it.
I'm not on any 10 TV. He says, "Will you guys on 10 by in chance?" I'm not sure what he means by that.
Were you guys on 10 TV? Were we? I don't think so.
I'm not.
No, I don't recognize that.
I've never heard of 10 TV. I just thought the name sounded familiar. I apologize, Dave. I am not. But I do. I have to. Let me take a look around here. Give me a second. Okay. Just checking some stuff. Nope. Not at all.
Yep, I'm just on YouTube and Rumble.
I don't think so. I've looked, and I'm not even anywhere near that one.
Well, how do you find your page?
I have no idea. It probably came up on the For You page. It happens sometimes. But we're going to be doing the second part. Well, I'd say like technically it's the second chapter, but the second part of 7 parts of the chapter 2. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. You're more than welcome to join, hang out with us, and just help us answer questions. We're going to be going through the course as we learn different things, and at the end of this chapter is going to be a small test which we're going to go through, and yeah, it's a multi-part series for me. So because I'm home for the duration until my knee heals, so that's what we're doing right now. We need. Oh man, we're 6 people away from getting this thing kicked off. Please like and share this out, please. I really appreciate it if you would. We need any and all people we can get in here. 10 would be minimum, would be lovely. I am going to be doing a giveaway next month on that. I was planning on doing it today, but life stuff happened. I know Wyatt is here, so
he's having difficulties.
Yeah, he's muted himself. I do know that. I didn't mute him. I can try to unmute him. I don't think I can do it.
No, let him do it. There he goes.
That's me. I did that.
Oh, he might be talking to one of his parents. So
probably. Okay, I muted him. He can unmute himself. But I do have a giveaway. I'm going to be doing a small. I guess what do you want to call it?
a give back.
Get out of the your truck.
A give back.
Yeah. Basically, it's a water bottle with a whole bunch of survival items. There's going to be a knife in here. My wife made the bag, by the way. I'm going to be adding a few things to this thing to make it even better because it needs to be.
This is full of your hair, your fuzz.
It's going to have some fishing gear. It's going to have a little bit of everything in here. Here's the drawstring for it. She can add a belt loop to it if you guys want one. So that's not an issue. So there's that. There's going to be a tin cup in there for cooking, heating up water and all that stuff. Water purification tablets. A whole bunch of things.
Can I interrupt?
Sure.
How's Jenny?
You can ask her. She's right there.
Yes, but can she hear?
Yes, she can.
She can now. Hi, Jenny.
Hey.
How are you feeling?
Better. Still got the pain in the chest, but it's slowly going away.
Oh. I'm so grateful.
The pulmonary embolism kicked her like a mule in the chest.
Well,
at least it wasn't a heart attack.
Yes.
That is true.
So that's a blessing in itself. So yeah.
It's still a serious condition, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And she's still got to do a follow-up sometime next week with her doctor. And because the ER doctors are going to push it through themselves if they have to make sure it happens with her primary care. So we're going to find out more next week. I don't know if she plans on going in with me to the VA at the same time, or she's going to find out by the end of the week when she has an appointment. We're going to figure that out.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad it wasn't deadly.
Yeah, me too.
Me 3.
Right?
Me 4.
Should be you first.
Dinner's ready, honey.
Thank you, Wyatt. Now, man, we're down to 3 people in the chat. So what's the deal? Probably
everywhere. Yeah.
But I've got some arrows to show off later and some other archery gear, for use for bow hunting. If anybody's interested in checking out, I'll be doing a small, like a show and tell, so to speak, of some of my personal stuff that I use for hunting. Thank you, Dave. Dave said he was here for you.
Thanks, Dave.
Dave's right there. Sorry. I finally got to use that one. Yay. Thank you, Dave.
You need to sit down.
Really appreciate it.
No.
Yeah, she had he's had 2 heart attacks. I've not had a heart attack, but I have had a stent put in back in 2016, so I understand completely. Why is...
Yeah. He's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, he's gone. He'll be back, though. He'll pop up and down.
I'm sure you're still in the chat.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, if anybody has any questions about the Iowa Bowhunter Safety Course, please let me know. Because if you missed the first one, we can reference back to the first one if we need to. Because a lot of these guys here actually who were with me.
Pence.
Ooh.
8 stints. Oh, I've got the one right there. I had a 90% blockage. I got lucky.
I bet you she had
8
a
stints.
gummy.
That's a lot. Her dad's had 7.
Oh, I need to go
He's
get my-
had none. So keep it that way. By the way, Jason and Molly are married and they're from Texas. Please forgive me. This is my supper. I'll try not to chew with my mouth full. I'll chew with my mouth open. Sorry. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, give me a second. What did I do with it? I had him right here.
Watch out for the clothesline.
Huh?
Don't clothesline yourself.
I love this little saw. It's so awesome.
Oh, I put him over here. I think I put him over on this side. Did I? Please tell me I put him where I'm looking for my. I had a couple items.
And Mr. Carlos, we would love the offside saw.
Stuff in my clothes that was on here. I can't find it now. Oh, it was right here. You put it in the drawer.
Scooter, we did play ball earlier today.
Okay. I got it right here.
We did play ball earlier.
Okay. Hey Jay, how you doing? I'm glad he did, Dave.
You know, you're on the screen. They can see you. They can
Okay,
see
we
you.
got a few people who are actually from the upstate New York area. That's kind
They
of cool.
can see you. Yes, they can.
How'd that happen?
They can see you.
Oh, okay. It just wrapped. Jenny is right here, just to let you know, as per usual. That's J&J, hunting with J&J.
Be careful when you're playing ball because they'll go underneath the rollaway and you won't get it back.
Hi, JJ.
What's up, J&J?
Hey, you know what this is?
A squirrel call?
Nope.
Antlers.
A rattler?
It's a rattle bag. I actually picked this up at the Goodwill outlet store about 5 years ago. Most people didn't know what it was until I picked it up and heard it. But I paid it by weight, so probably about. Here's Wyatt back.
Maybe.
Wyatt, 222.50. Are you back, Wyatt?
Yep,
New name?
same.
Okay, I didn't know the 222.50 is new.
It's a 22-250 varmint round.
Yeah, that's the gun I shot my first deer with. So
Well, that's cool.
the number kind of just sticks.
Well, there you go. Jay and Dave are from the same area. That's good. Hey, CR. How you doing, brother? That was just one of the items I wanted to show off. You know, my rattle bag. Not that I would really need it, but good scouting, you know, it helps a little bit. My normal giveaway is going to be withheld for a month due to health conditions of my family and I. But it is going to be happening next month for Halloween. Who knows?
Speaking of Halloween,
for that one, huh?
Speaking of Halloween,
Uh-oh, we got some Halloween news.
oh yeah,
Okay, what's
Candy?
Halloween news?
we're thinking about just going to the state park for Halloween.
Woo, way to go!
Campground.
At the campground. We're going to be doing a trick or treating from 5 to 9.
What are you dressing up as?
A bush,
You go in a ghillie suit?
if I had one.
Oh, we got a couple of neighbors up here, just like you guys. Jay and Dave are from the same area. That works out pretty cool. I don't know where Mandy went to. She was here earlier.
She probably had to get coffee. She's waking up.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, she's probably got work tomorrow too, or today for her.
Right. Actually, technically, it's tomorrow.
True.
She's a day ahead of us. But we're almost up to. We need 3 more people to get this going, so I can start doing the questions and stuff like that. I am not sure how many of you are new bow hunters, old bow hunters, or
non-bow hunters.
Non-bow hunt. Well, we know you are, and we know that Mandy is a non-bow hunter, not by choice on her part, though.
No, I just set her up with the crossbow and she just shoots it.
No, I'm talking about Mandy.
Oh yeah.
Mandy doesn't have a choice where she's at.
Unfortunately, no. Like I said, she's gonna have to come and visit during season.
Let's see here. We need to let 2 more. We need 2 more, folks. We're almost there.
Let's say yes, RT 88.
Route
Oh,
88.
okay.
It's a northern thing.
Have you seen Deb or Cecilia?
Not yet.
They're corn-fed.
Hey, Rob, one more person. Well, that's okay. Well, you hunt for fish. Maybe do you bow fish? There's something you could try. I have several bows that I use. I've got multiple takedowns, a couple solid recurves, definitely a solid longbow. So traditional archery for over 20 years. Hey, Deb. Oh my gosh, Deb's here. Hey, Rob, how you feeling?
Speaking about longbows,
On what?
you said, speaking of longbows.
No, Deb.
Oh,
We were talking about Deb, and there she is. Now we just need to wait for Cecilia.
She just signed in. Well, we can get started. Let me get that. Let me pull that up.
Oh, my shoulders feel it.
Okay, let me know if you guys can read this.
On the ladder pushing on that drill.
I got this thing as big as I can get it without being too big. Can you read
Oh, no,
that?
if I need to, I can expand my screen larger.
oh, that's fine.
But everybody else,
I can read it.
yeah,
I can
okay,
read it
everybody
just
else.
fine.
Oh, good. Well, that's pretty good.
But since they read it to you,
Well, they do. It will. It does.
Yeah.
This one will be read to you. Here we go.
Oh, I don't want to put that there. I don't need those.
Conservation and preservation. The concept of wildlife conservation has been around since ancient times. Restrictions on taking game are mentioned in the Bible, and the first official hunting season may have been established in the 13th century by Kublai Khan. Today, wildlife conservation has evolved into a science, but its goal remains essentially the same: to ensure the wise use and management of renewable resources. Given the right circumstances, the living organisms that we call renewable resources can replenish themselves indefinitely. Preservation is another means of protecting or saving a resource by setting land aside as forever wild. Preservation means no consumptive use of timber, wildlife, or other resources. Both preservation and conservation are necessary to sustain resources for future generations. Glossary. Conservation. The wise use and planned management of a natural resource to prevent overexploitation, destruction, or neglect. Preservation. When natural resources are allowed to take their own course without human usage, management, or intervention.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm not sure why it
Went too
happened.
far.
There we go.
Lessons in wildlife management. Initially, wildlife management in the United States was skewed toward protection. In the early 1900s, for example, wildlife managers attempted to preserve a mule deer herd in the remote Kaibab Plateau of Arizona. Hunting was banned and predators were destroyed. The results were severe overpopulation, habitat destruction, and mass starvation. The Kaibab Plateau was opened to hunting in 1929, which brought the population into balance with the habitat. Today, a large, healthy herd of mule deer inhabits the area. Around the same period, a similar event took place in Pennsylvania. Deer had been brought into the state after the native population was thought to be extinct. With most of the predators eliminated and little hunting allowed, the herd grew out of control. As the food supply dwindled, thousands of white-tailed deer starved to death. From these hard lessons, wildlife managers learned that there is more to conservation than just protecting wildlife. They discovered that nature overproduces its game resources and that good wildlife management yields a surplus that can be harvested by hunters. Glossary. Wildlife management. The art and science of interrelating wildlife populations and habitats in a manner that strikes a balance with the needs of people.
Okay, on this part here, it says modern legal hunting is not shown in the pie chart because it doesn't cause a species to become threatened. One of the things it mentions here is for urbanization is one of the reasons for overcrowding, illegal killing, unknown, pesticides, pest exploitation, naturally rare, control pests, and competition with introduced species. Okay. Here's the next part.
The North American model of wildlife conservation. In the first 2 decades of the 20th century, sportsmen from the United States and Canada developed a set of guiding principles for managing wildlife resources. Called the North American model of wildlife conservation, these 7 principles provide the foundation for the success of fish and wildlife conservation in North America. Fish and wildlife are public property. The government holds them in trust for the benefit of all people. Wildlife cannot be slaughtered for commercial use. This policy eliminates trafficking in dead game animals. Wildlife is allocated by law. Regulations determine how wildlife resources are managed, including hunting seasons and bag limits. The reasons for killing wildlife must be valid. Wildlife shall be taken by legal and ethical means in the spirit of fair chase and with good cause. Animals can be killed only for legitimate purposes, such as for food and fur, in self-defense, or for protection of property. Wildlife is an international resource. As such, hunting and fishing shall be managed cooperatively across state and province boundaries. Science plays a key role in managing wildlife. Wildlife populations are sustained and scientifically managed by professionals and government agencies. Hunting, fishing, and trapping shall be democratic. Every citizen in good standing, regardless of wealth, social standing, or land ownership, is allowed to participate in the harvest of fish and wildlife within legal limits. Habitat management. The most critical aspect of wildlife conservation is habitat management. Habitat loss presents the greatest threat to wildlife. 5 essential elements must be present to provide a viable habitat: food, water, cover, space, and arrangement. The need for food and water is obvious. Cover is needed not only to provide shelter from the elements and predators, but also to protect animals while they are feeding, breeding, roosting, nesting, and traveling. Cover can range from thick weeds and brush to a few rocks piled together. Space is necessary to avoid overcompetition for food. Some animals also need a certain amount of territorial space for mating and nesting. When crowded, some species may develop stress-related diseases. Arrangement refers to the placement of food, water, cover, and space in a habitat. The ideal arrangement allows animals to meet all of their needs in a small area so that they minimize the energy they use traveling from food to cover to water. Most animals can be found where food and cover meet, particularly near a water source. This is called edge effect. River bottoms are ideal, offering many animals all their habitat needs along one corridor. Edge effects can be in the form of topographical or vegetation edge, such as the saddle of a mountain range. For example, quail will spend much of their time where shrub and grassland areas converge. Glossary. Edge effect. Habitat conditions of an area created when two types of habitat are brought together. Habitat. Complete environmental requirements of an animal for survival. Food, water, cover, space, and arrangement.
Water and food are essential elements of a viable habitat, and cover provides shelter from the elements. Space is necessary to avoid overcompetition for food.
Carrying capacity. The resources in any given habitat can support only a certain number of wildlife. As seasons change, food, water, or cover may be in short supply, causing damage to the animals or the habitat. Carrying capacity is the number of animals the habitat can support all year long. The carrying capacity of a certain tract of land can vary from year to year. It can be changed by nature or humans. Factors that limit wildlife populations include starvation, disease and parasites, accidents, weather, hunting, predators, loss of habitat, human development, old age. If the conditions are balanced, game animals will produce a surplus, which can be harvested on an annual sustainable basis. Glossary. Carrying capacity. The number of animals the habitat can support throughout the year without causing damage to the animals or the habitat.
Okay, the animal reproduction is the excess population, which includes weather, human development, loss of habitat, old age, starvation and accidents, predators and hunting, and disease and parasites, which they mentioned. Plus the max, that was the minimum. This is the max. Surplus is decreased by starvation, just the ones we just mentioned before. And it also covers winter, spring, summer, and fall. That was part 5 of the whole set of 7. This is part 6.
The hunter's role in wildlife conservation. Since wildlife is a renewable natural resource with a surplus, all hunters help control wildlife populations at a healthy balance for the habitat. Regulated hunting has never led to threatened or endangered wildlife populations. Hunting is an effective wildlife management tool. Hunters play an important role by providing the information from the field that wildlife managers need. Funding from hunting licenses has helped many game and non-game species recover from dwindling populations.
You're not hungry?
Yeah.
Hunters and wildlife conservation.
Sure.
Hunters, including bow hunters, spend more time, money, and effort on wildlife conservation than any other group in society. In addition to participating in the harvest of surplus animals, hunters help sustain game populations by filling out questionnaires, participating in surveys, stopping at hunter check stations, providing samples from harvested animals, funding wildlife management through license fees. Remember, no North American animal has become extinct because of sport hunting. Wildlife diseases. The following are common wildlife diseases.
Thank you.
Chronic wasting disease. Chronic wasting disease, or CWD, is an always fatal nervous system disease found in deer, elk, moose, and caribou, reindeer. If you hunt in a CWD management zone, always have your harvested deer tested for CWD and only consume the venison after test results indicate the disease was not detected. For the latest information about CWD, visit CWD Alliance, QDMA, or Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service. Epizootic hemorrhagic disease. Epizootic hemorrhagic disease, or EHD, is a viral infection that affects white-tailed deer. EHD is spread by biting gnats. It cannot be transmitted from one deer to another. The disease is not known to affect humans. However, it is still recommended to not consume any deer that appears unhealthy at the time of harvest. For more information about EHD, visit QDMA.
Okay, this is topic 2 of 3. There are 3 pages on this one.
The wildlife manager's role. The wildlife manager's job is to maintain the number of animals in a habitat at or below the habitat's carrying capacity so that no damage is done to the animals or to their habitat. In a sense, a wildlife manager's task is similar to a rancher's. Just as a rancher will limit the number of animals in a cattle herd to a level that the habitat can tolerate, wildlife managers try to keep the number of animals in balance with their habitat. In addition to looking at the total number of each species in a habitat, wildlife managers also monitor the breeding stock, the correct mix of adult and young animals needed to sustain a population. To manage a habitat, wildlife managers must consider historical trends, current habitat conditions, breeding population levels, long-term projections, and breeding success. With that knowledge, wildlife managers have a variety of practices at their disposal to keep habitats in balance.
The chart is a breeding potential for a single deer. Model assumes no deaths due to accident, disease, hunting, or predators. In 7 years, a single breeding pair can produce a population of over 40 deer. So that's pretty cool.
Wildlife management practices. Monitoring wildlife populations. Wildlife managers continuously monitor the birth rate and death rate of various species and the condition of their habitat. This provides the data needed to set hunting regulations and determine if other wildlife management practices are needed to conserve a wildlife species. Habitat improvement. As succession occurs, the change in habitat affects the type and number of wildlife the habitat can support. Wildlife managers may cut down or burn forested areas to promote new growth and slow down the process of succession. This practice enables them to increase the production of certain wildlife species. Hunting regulations. Hunting regulations protect habitats and preserve animal populations. Regulations include setting daily and seasonal time limits, bag limits, and legal methods for taking wildlife. Hunting. Hunting is an effective wildlife management tool. Hunting practices help wildlife managers keep animal populations in balance with their habitat and provide funding for wildlife management. Predator control. Controlling predators enables wildlife populations to establish stable populations, particularly threatened or endangered species. Forms of predator control include predator hunting and trapping. Artificial stalking. Restocking of game animals has been successful in many parts of the nation. Trapping animals in areas where they are abundant and releasing them in other areas of suitable habitat is an example of restocking. Controlling or preventing the spread of disease. Disease can have a devastating effect on wildlife. Avian cholera, for example, poses a serious threat, especially to ducks and geese on crowded wintering grounds. Once cholera occurs, managers must work to prevent its spread by gathering and burning waterfowl carcasses daily. Management funds programs. In addition to funding from the Pittman-Robertson Act, many states have initiated programs that help finance conservation efforts. Glossary. Birth rate. Ratio of number of young born to females of a species to total population of that species over 1 year. Death rate. Ratio of number of deaths in a species to total population of that species over 1 year. Pittman-Robertson Act. Approved by Congress in 1937, the Act provides funding for the selection, restoration, and improvement of wildlife habitat and for wildlife management research. Predators. Animals that kill other animals for food. Succession. The natural replacement of vegetation or wildlife populations by other vegetation or wildlife populations in an orderly and predictable manner. For example, as trees grow and form a canopy, shrubs and grasses will disappear along with the wildlife that use them as cover. Beneficial habitat management practices. Preparing and planning food plots. Conducting controlled burning. Creating brush piles. Cutting timber. Pruning and thinning. Ditching. Creating diking and levees. Controlling nuisance plants or animals. Controlling brush or grass mechanically. Creating watering holes. Enhancing soil, such as through fertilizing and liming. Creating wetlands. Restoring streams. Creating nest boxes. Balancing act. Habitats must be in balance in order to support wildlife. Remove a certain population of plants or animals from a community, and the community may not survive. This typically happens when urban development pushes into wildlife areas.
This first one is before urban development, after urban development. Okay, this one here is, give me a second here. The last topic of this one, and there's only 2 pages in this one.
Developing wildlife identification skills. Developing wildlife identification skills is a basic requirement for all hunters. Mistakes can lead to illegal harvest of game or non-game animals. To identify game properly, you must learn to recognize key characteristics of the animal you're hunting. Identifying animals accurately can be a challenge. Sometimes the difference between animals in the same species is subtle, such as the size of their ears or distinctive coloring. Recognizing tracks, scat, food sources, and habitat types also can help you identify animals. Some species are protected from hunting because their numbers are low and they produce no surplus to harvest. Wildlife glossary. The Wildlife Glossary describes many animals that are commonly bow hunted. Be sure to check with your state or provincial regulations for species that are legal for bow hunting. Click to open a PDF showing animals that are commonly hunted with a bow.
I will show that after.
Identifying types of deer. White-tailed deer. Reddish brown to blue-gray or tan coloring. Underside of tail is white, producing a flag when raised off the rump. Antlers on male primarily consist of main beam with tines growing from it. Maximum antler size occurs between 5 to 7 years of age. Habitat and habits. Range movements limited to 1 to 3 miles depending on sex, age, and habitat. Herbivore, lives up to 10 years. Male is polygamous, with most whitetails in North America rutting in November. 1 to 2 spotted fawns typical. How to distinguish adult white-tailed deer from fawns. Fawns. Short, square bodies look like a briefcase from a distance. Short necks and less muscle development. Rarely have swaying backs or sagging bellies. Ears appear large in comparison to head. Adults. Larger, rectangular-shaped bodies look like a suitcase from a distance. Long necks. How to identify buck fawns. Presence of developing antlers. Head appears more flat and less rounded between ears. How to identify doe fawns. No developing antlers. Head appears slightly rounded between ears. Information courtesy of the Quality Deer Management Association. Mule deer. Reddish coloring in summer and blue-gray in winter. Cream-colored rump patch with black tip cream tail. Ears are larger than the white-tailed deer. Antlers branch equally. Habitat and habits. Lives in forests, desert shrubs, thickets of shrubs or trees, grasslands, plains, foothills, and river bottoms. Herbivore. Lives up to 16 years. Male is polygamous. Rut runs October through December. 1 to 2 spotted fawns typical. Antlers versus horns. Members of the deer family, which includes caribou, deer, elk, and moose, have antlers. Antlers are solid bone and are shed annually. They are one of the fastest growing natural materials in the world. Antlers grow from the tip while horns grow from the base. Except for caribou, only male deer have antlers. Horns are found on bison, sheep, goats, and pronghorns. Unlike antlers, true horns are hollow and grow continuously. If broken, they do not grow back. They consist of a keratin sheath surrounding a core of bone. Female sheep have half-moon horns, while rams have horns that are longer and heavier and curve around the sides of their heads. Female mountain goats have horns that are longer, straighter, and thinner than billy goats. The horn sheath of a pronghorn has characteristics of both antlers and bones because it's made of keratin surrounding the bony core, yet is shed annually.
Okay, folks, it's time for our quiz. It says if you don't pass, you got to take it again. So we're gonna make sure we pass this one, folks. In addition to starvation, disease, parasites, accidents, weather, hunting, predators, loss of habitat, old age, what is another factor that can limit wildlife population? A, legislation, B, wild dogs, B, wildfires, D, human development.
D.
D, human development, because they didn't talk about wildfires or wild dogs or legislative.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I think it's D myself. If you guys think it's D, please put D in the chat. That way I can know which one you guys think. I believe it's D. They believe it's D. Wyatt, what do you think?
D.
D. D. Okay. D it is. Who's going D? And we hit submit answer. Okay. I won't know until we get to the end. Okay. There we go. What can hunters provide to help wildlife managers? A, wildlife management tips. B, biological samples from the field. C, information from the field. D, feedback on weather conditions. I'm thinking B.
No, it's both B and C, but which one is the correct answer they're looking for?
I would say, well, the thing is, if it talked about actual samples from the deer itself. So,
and they also said the information from the field as well.
Well, that's part of it. So, is it B or C, folks? What do you guys think? Chemtrails.
Well, not every hunter talks to them.
No, not everybody does. But if you're in a place that has like the chronic wasting disease and stuff like that,
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm gonna
I
say
like
B.
B.
CR
Dave
says,
likes C.
yeah, CR says C. I'm gonna go with B. Let's see how we do on this one. The next one says, what must hunters be able to do in order to properly identify game? A, get close to the animal. B, recognize key characteristic of the game you're hunting. We just went over this.
Mm-hmm.
Identify the gender of the animal. D, use a binocular to evaluate.
I like B.
I like B. Well, A's yes, but I mean you have to recognize the characteristics of the game. Whether it's a male, female, whether it's a
Whitetail.
or a mule deer, or but the key characteristics would be able to identify whether it's a male or female. That is a key characteristic.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with B. What does everybody else say?
B.
B. Okay. I do talk fast. If you want me to slow down, tell me to slow down. We'll take it slower. Question 4 of 5. It won't let me do the voice thing, which really sucks. What is the goal of wildlife conservation? A, end hunting on public land. B, save species by outlawing hunting. C, save a species by controlled hunting. D, ensure wise use of renewable resources. Ooh, those last two. I'm going to say D. That's my guess. What's yours? I say D.
I already put mine in
Yep, you said D. Okay.
before you even finished.
Yep. Pest Hunter says D. I say D. Dave says C. CR, what do you got? If anybody else is here, they can chime in. Wyatt, you're being awfully quiet. I don't think he's here.
What's up, Cage?
Cage says C. Okay.
I like C too.
Okay, we got a couple of D's. Thing is, I mean, wise uses of renewable resources. Oh, that's gonna be. I'm gonna go with D. I have to take it again if I'll start all over again if we have to do it again. Okay, next, and this is the last one, I think. Question, I think. Yeah, question 5 of 5. What is one factor of wildlife managers consider in order to manage a habitat? Breeding population levels. B, number of registered hunters. C, weather during hunting season. D, cost of firearms and ammunition.
I like A.
I like A. It sounds like an A kind of answer to me. How you doing, Gage? Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna choose A because it's the only thing that makes sense. Let's see what the answer is, and we got completed the quiz. View results. What's my results? Oh, we missed one.
It won't tell us.
Okay.
I like samples from the field. That was
my right. That's the correct answer.
Information from the field.
Yep.
Okay, I choose that. Mine was biological. Yep, you were right, Molly. But that was it. That's the end of this for the day, folks. We'll continue next on Thursday for the next part. So that one, I'm gonna stop that one for now. But yeah, but 80 is still passing, folks.
Yeah.
So Molly was right on that one. We both got that wrong there, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, that's the same thing. Information from the field.
It both mean the same thing. It just which was the more right answer.
Yes.
And
Two right answers, but which right answer do they want?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're more than welcome, Dave.
Yeah.
Anytime.
We're going to keep on doing this until we get through the entire course. Since I'm going to be down and out from hunting for a while, this is the best thing I can do, and it helps people learn about bow hunting safety courses. And it may be different from the ones in your area, but the basic gist is all the same.
Yeah, they were even talking about my profession, pest control.
Yep. So that follows under his expertise, but apparently Molly knows more. Way to go, Molly. But that was the only question I got wrong, was that one. But I went with my gut, and my gut said, no, I was wrong. But now that that's over, I've got some things I want to go over with you guys and see what you guys think. Wyatt is back because he's having trouble with his Wi-Fi router. Welcome back, Wyatt. I don't know if he got his mic on because I can't hear him.
Router.
Okay, that's right. I read that. Okay. I've got a question for you guys. I got something to show you guys, and you guys got to tell me what's the differences between what I'm showing you and how do you, I mean, you don't have to explain how it's used, but you explain what's the differences.
It's a bolo.
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's a bow something. Okay.
It looks like it's something to string your bow.
It is. It's not what you think. Okay. There's a difference between the first one I'm showing you, which is this one. It is a bowstringer. That's the first one. Here's the second one. Do you know what the difference is?
One has knots in the string.
They both got knots in the string. But that's not the reason.
Manufacturer?
Nope. There actually is a
bow.
Yes, Molly. The first one I showed you was a bowstringer for a longbow. That's the part that goes at the bottom of your bow. This goes up the top, which allow you to string your longbow because it takes up less space. Now, the second one, besides being made of nylon, obviously, it's got a little piece that fits over the limbs to help you bend your recurve bow when you go to string your recurve without getting your string in the way, getting in the way of your string and stuff. But most people didn't realize there's different types. I am also a fan of the old school bend it over my knee type of situation. Sometimes that's the way I've always done it. It's a little harder with trying to do it that way with my heavier bows, like my 100-pounder or my 74-pound longbow, but it can be done. Right now, I can't do much of anything with my knee the way it is. But that was one of the things I was going to, talk to people about because some people don't notice that there's a difference. But this one here is my longbow. This is the recurve one. I rarely use them, but I do them sometimes. And as I was showing off earlier, for those who do hunt, they know what this one is. This is what's called what do they got the name on this one? This is a
rattle bag,
which is really funny. I just found out something on the bag. Give me a second here. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can get how close I can get it to the camera. Can you see where that was made?
Iowa.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So this is an Iowa-based. I am from Iowa, folks. Rattle bag. Now, if anybody's ever looked inside one of these things to see what they're made out of, you can do that. I did that once just to see what was in it because it was like I was curious.
Hey, Pepper.
Hey, daughter of mine, how you doing? And this is actually kind of cool. This is what's in the rattle bag. They're different shapes, as you can see. Like this one's kind of got a little line on that one. This is a bigger version of the same thing, and another one. a little longer, and 2 round ones, which the different configurations
Sound
allow.
like antlers.
Exactly, which is why it's called a rattle bag. It just sounds like you're during the rut. This is the sound that they make. You don't have to do it very loud or anything like that.
Kansas.
Hey, you doing, Jarrett? It's more like this. Then you don't want to do that. You're not trying to scare things away,
Right.
but things that you can look at. One of the things I was doing yesterday, because I went on and did a small live yesterday, I found a couple of my arrows I have set up for my bows, and I'll show you 3 different types of tips for the different types of hunting that I do. I've got more that I have shown in the past. If you want me to show you those, I will do so. I'm only going to show 3 types right now, but in case you want to see the others, I will do that. Okay, there's that one, and that one. I'll hold these off until later. Double check, make sure. Yeah. Okay. First one is a Zawicki broadhead. I'm a fan of the traditional style. I love feathers. The next one is one of the few carbons that I actually own, due to the fact I won them in a contest at an archery thing at the Deer Classic a couple years ago. But this is the broadhead I put together last night on my live. So this is a 400 grain, a 400 spine Easton Nemesis. I'm not sure if I'm really a big fan of these, to be honest, because they're very finicky. Because I have heavier bows, they don't handle heavy bows that well. That would work. Now, this one here is one I use for my small games, such as rabbits and squirrel, which is right here. This is a judo point, blunt. You guys don't get to see this one. I found this one the other day. Now, just because that's made for a small game doesn't mean you can't use something like this, a regular straight field point, for small games such as rabbits. I have taken rabbits with a field point. I have a couple others tips of different types of broadheads and stuff like that, which I will show at another time, unless you guys are really interested and you want me to show them off. But the other ones I have are hex blunts, which are really nice blunts that work really freaking well, in my opinion. So you guys tell me what you want to see, and if you want to see them, I'll bring them out. If you don't, that's fine too. We can talk about anything. You guys,
anything for the birds?
I do not have any judo. I see. What's the words? Flu arrows. I do not own any of those at the moment because I just haven't had a chance to get any. That's the only problem.
What kind of tip do you use for flus?
For what?
Flu arrows.
You would use. There are specialized tips that look very similar to
A judo point, but
these.
they're a lot longer.
Yeah, but the loops, big loops on them. Here. Let me bring my thing a little bit. Okay, it's similar to this, but like these 2 sides would be a big loop coming out on either side, 2 big loops, and that would hit and ensnare the bird, as well as causing blunt force trauma enough to knock them out and most likely kill them in midair. And the tips, the fletching would be much larger.
Yeah, to compensate for the drag.
Yeah. Well, it slows the arrow down enough to nail them in midair. It can be done with a bow, trust me. But I got quite a few different styles of arrows. I've got quite a few styles of different bow tips as well. I have not done any thought about it. I have seen people who can do it. I just never considered it.
Wow.
The bullet casings work for blunts as well. Yes, my boy actually has several that he has used. I believe they're either 38 caliber shells. Work amazing on wood arrows. They fit over the top. They just push them on. They come in snug. Glue them on. They work really well for snug stuff because Ian looks for shells when we go down to the Russell Wildlife area all the time to find replacements. .30-30. I have not tried 30-30s. That's a consideration. I do have somewhere, I don't know where at the moment, have a couple rubber blunts that basically fit over my field points, and they do exactly the same thing, but they're rubber. They shoot a little heavier because they are heavier than the average tip, but because they are adding on to the initial weight. They work just as well. But I don't think I always felt that they didn't have quite the punch as my hex points do. So let me go get a couple of those, and I will show you what I'm talking about. With the exception of the rubber blunt, I don't know where it's at the moment because it's removable. I took it off and forgot where I put it.
There he is, using his leg again. He's not supposed to.
I never have everything I need right where I need it.
He should just get one of those scooters that he can just ride around on.
Yeah, I don't know if his house is meant for one of those.
No staircases. I know that.
Well, he has one. So he doesn't go down the basement for anything right now.
CR, it would not be a Wii if you went down the stairs on a scooter.
It would be an ticket ride. Hopefully I get some footage tomorrow and get it all put together before I go live tomorrow. Go check out that campground, share with everybody here.
Give me a moment. I'll be right back. I'm almost there. I'm just moving very slow. Okay. This is one of my hex blunts. Let me see if I can find a really good example of that. Yeah, this will work. Here's the tip. As you can see, it's got 6 flat sides with a concave tip. It's just a simple 3-fletched 5-inch arrow with an index knock. As you can see, the index knock right there. But this is simple to get. Pick these arrows off of Amazon, really cheap Chinese arrows. Unfortunately, when I bought a dozen, only 11 of them were the actual draw weight, spine they were supposed to be. One was for way too light, but these work great for both stump shooters and for small game. I do have another broadhead. I have showed off in the past, which is the medieval style, buttons.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, this is one of Jason's favorites. I still have to do some more work on getting this thing sharper, but this thing should punch through anything I needed to do.
All right, see you later, Wyatt.
Be well,
Bye,
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Thanks for coming. Catch you on
See you
Thursday.
tomorrow.
But yeah, like I said, I've got more different. Give me a second here. I got my archery box right here. Get my gear here without tipping it over. That would really suck. If anybody who's worked with arrows and stuff know how tough it can be when you.
That's commercial.
Okay. I am going to start laying out some of my different arrows here, including a few that you like a lot too. This one here, Jason.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you in a second here.
I need those ones for hog hunting.
Now, this is hog hunting. And someone asked me about fire arrows. Okay,
All right, Dave. Have a good night.
you're welcome,
Night,
Dave. Thanks for coming. What did I get? I got Otis Tech. It's for some kind of firearm, universal gun cleaning kit.
Mm.
That's kind of cool. And the next one is for Ferrari.com Solitude. I guess it's a bicycle or an electric bike, e-bike. I'm not sure. I have to double check. It looks like an e-bike, but I could be wrong. Nope, it's just a regular bicycle. Never heard of it. But yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for coming, Dave. You're welcome back anytime. So what'd you guys think of that so far?
So far, so good. We've been passing.
Yep. I screwed up on that. On the one question we missed, it was my fault. I accept responsibility for that.
Yeah. Okay. We'll blame you.
Now, I do have in my repertoire of bow hunting broadheads one I am not comfortable with using, but I will bring it out to show you anyway. And that's this one.
Yeah, the mechanical heads.
Oh, yeah. I need to get some more O-rings for this so I can hold it in place. It just has to have a little O-ring right here to hold
A
it in
little
place.
rubber band will work.
Yeah, I don't have any at the moment. I had one, but it broke. But I don't use this one because I'm not comfortable with this one. Someone gave me this one, and I have never used it. Is it sharp? Oh, yes.
Or can't see it, so
Oh, it's right here. When you're shooting it, it comes out of the bow in this configuration with a rubber band around here. Hold it up like this until it hits. Then it takes the tips and it does this, expands.
ice machine.
Then it pops in here and locks in
Yeah,
No,
and goes cuts
turned off.
cuts through as it goes through like that.
just saying.
It kind of looks like a SR-71, just a little bit, as you can see. But that is really tough, going through a deer or whatever it is that you're trying to go through. But it does have a little bit of a,
Yeah,
point right there. But that one's, I'm not comfortable with how it's set up because I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt or something. I'm not going to hit the right spot with that one. It's also really light. Let's see here. Okay. I've got two of them that are, the next two are kind of really cool. This one here is a all aluminum and steel model. It's about 3 inches long. really freaking sharp. But there's that one. But I got one that's I have never seen before. Someone gave it to me. I've never used it, but it looks wicked as all get out. It's this one.
Yeah, it does.
But the thing is, this part here, the barrel, is plastic.
Huh.
Disposable.
It's from Hilbury or something like that. I can't really read it because it covers up part of the name with the broadhead, the bleeder blade right here. So, but that thing is wicked sharp. I've never shot one, so I can't tell you how it works. But I was given these, and I'm trying to try. I mean, I would love to try them, but I'm not confident in my use of this one. Would it work? Well, if I hit, yeah. I'm not a fan of the mechanical ones either. I've got one, just never used it. Some of the ones, here's another one which I actually like this one better than I do some of the ones I have. Some of that's better than these, but it's very similar in shape. But this one here, right here, check that out.
Wait.
It's a little rusty. I have to clean it up a little bit because I haven't shot this one in a while. But I have been sharpening on it. So it's wicked sharp. It's not that heavy. I don't have a arrow scale to weigh these. See how much, because my normal tips weigh about 125 grain. That's what I'm used to shooting. I don't know what some of these weights are of some of these, because one of my homemade broadheads, which is my leaf one right here, which was made for me by a blacksmith, which turns out it's just a beautiful, beautiful broadhead, as you can see. Totally custom made.
What?
Sharp as nobody's business. But overall, it's very, very heavy. I would use this one with my 74-pound longbow all day long because it's freaking heavy. Let's see here. What else I got? Oh, yeah. Just for fun, if anybody knows what the name of this one is, some people probably know what it does, but
It's a fire one.
this is my fire tip. Yeah, it's a fire cage. You put your flammable materials in there and shoot it. It sticks. This is not adhered to the arrow at any way, shape, or form. Maybe with a little bit of something that'll make it stick to the arrow while you're shooting it, where it won't fall off, but it won't stick in the arrow permanently. It would break off.
A rag doused in the flammable liquid.
Say what?
A rag doused with flammable liquid.
Yep, whether it would be oil, would it be bacon grease, who knows? Whatever would burn. Alcohol, if it was sufficient, percentage about, proof. But that would stick into a rampart or a side of a building.
Thatched
roofs. And they go to pull the arrow out. The tip would stay. Same thing would be with the broadheads and stuff when they were shooting them back in the day. These would not be attached. Now, I do have a couple botkins. Here's the mechanical modern version of a botkin right here. Really pretty, as you can see, because you can see it's machine made. But this one here, basically you just jam it onto the shaft and shoot it at the enemy. And it would go into their armor, into their whatever parts they hit, and they go to pull it out, it would stick there. But this thing would not be clean as this one is. They'd be really gunked up with nasty crap. literally.
Blood and guts.
Blood and guts and worse. To help. Pine resin would work, but that is more of a glue, CR. Because pine resin and ash is what makes a really good glue for your tips that I would use nowadays. It's sort of like, here, give me a second here. Oh, here.
Dictated go to karate yet?
It's like these right here. This is my ferrotite glue that I use. And this is a boning ferrotite. But it's very much in consistency, as you can see in the color and stuff like that. The only thing difference is this is a little bit more modern mated, but pine resin and ash from a fire mixed together makes a really strong glue that you can use to do many, many things.
Hold up that resin again.
Yeah.
No mosquitoes.
Yeah, I've got a couple of these. Now, when we were showing off the botkins, we have the homemade short bodkin, as you can see. The modern short bodkin. These are armor piercers, by the way, and the long homemade bodkin. And this would basically not be that sharp. It's mainly for puncturing armor. That's all it's for. Those are just for demonstration purposes. That's the only reason I have them. I do a lot of medieval reenactments and stuff. Those are what those are for. Let's see. Do I have anything else?
I patched a hole in a deck with pine resin once.
Yep. That would probably turn out really, really strong there, CR. Because pine resin, it turns rock hard, literally, just like this is now. You can hear that.
So how do you use it if it's hard?
You heat it up until it's like a putty. It'll be very hot, mind you. It'll melt like hot melt glue.
Okay.
Like from a glue gun.
Mm-hmm.
It'll melt like to that consistency, and you mix it in with a little wood ash, and that will cause it to have something to bond to, and it would basically make it
Hi, Blake.
What's up,
like
Blake?
super glue. Hey, Blake, how you doing? I'm actually going really deep into the archery stuff today, so I'm actually having fun with this. So bear with me. I'm having fun. What else do I got in here? And if anybody asks what I use to sharpen my broadheads and stuff, I just have a couple simple things. One of the things I use is this right here. Simple little sharpening deal. Just do this about 1,000 times. But if I'm in a quick hurry, I do have some small files that I use, but I'm not sure where they got put because Ian borrowed my files the other day, and I don't think he brought them back. Oh, I did find it. I was talking about the rubber blunts earlier. I never got a chance to show you one. Give me a second. Let me find an arrow with a field point on it, and I can show you. Here we go. Okay, here's a field point. Here's a rubber blunt. It just fits over the field point. This one's already got a tip in there. Man, I got to pull that out. Dang. In a moment, I didn't realize there was one in there. Now this is going to be fun. You're going to get this thing out here. It's going to be like a suction cup. I don't have my regular pliers on me right now. I'm using some simple Chinese needle nose, which are not doing so hot. Thank you, CR. I really appreciate it. I have fun. This is my area of expertise. At least I think so, anyway. I like to think so. Man, I'm tearing off pieces of my tips here. Well, sometimes arrows get stuck. The tips come off because the glue didn't get set properly or something like that. And I'm trying to slowly work my way getting the old tip out. I don't have any arrows that need tips at the moment that I can fix. Otherwise, I would hear this here and now, but Jenny would get mad at me for having an open flame in the house.
Yes.
I do have a pottery bench on the back porch, which I plan on making arrows with, setting my arrows on and making arrows. But that's down the road when I have a decent Fletcher. Okay, CR. Wood ash and deer poop would work, but I'm not sure about. I think the pine resin would work better there. But you make more Native American arrows than I do. Just to let you know, these tips are really freaking heavy. These are heavy-duty tips, which I'm trying to pull out with a pair of small needle-nose pliers. And I normally have my multi-tool doing this, but my multi-tool's in the other room, and I got to work with what I've got. And I'm ripping the crap out of this thing. But I have gotten it up about maybe 1/8 of an inch. I've never tried with the deer poop there. Like, I have used wood ash though. Man, this is tough. This thing does not want to give up the ship. If I could figure out a way to break the seal, I would, and make it easier for me to bring it out. But
I have to burn it out.
Well, what I'm probably going to have to do is find a smaller arrow, maybe. I don't know if I could use an arrow for that or not. Yeah. I just need better pliers right now. I don't have the right Let's see, what do I got in here? Let's see here. Let's see here. This is also one of my broadhead sharpeners, by the way. For those people who do use sharpened broadheads, I do have a proper broadhead sharpener. I just have it. I don't use it very often. It's like right here. I just got to get it nailed down to a proper, spot where I can use it. It's kind of hard to do it when I don't have a proper counter space. I've heard about it. I just only used wood ash, though, Blake. But that was in a pinch. When I totally lost my my ferrule tight. Now I'm going to probably be worrying with this thing about all day tomorrow because it's going to drive me nuts until I get it out of there. But it fits. It's supposed to fit over the tip of your thing. It's just a simple rubber blunt, not very heavy. It does bounce if you hit something solid, so it's not too bad. And it cushions but it put a good dead blow on what your small game that you're using. Blake knows more about making natural arrows than I do, folks, just in case you're wondering. He owes me an arrow, by the way. I do have the one he made for me from before. I just don't remember where I put it. I think it's in the bedroom somewhere. And I just don't want to get up again. My knee hurts. Let's see, what else do I got in here? My stuff for making bowstrings. More sharpeners than I care to think about. Bow saw. Okay. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I got to figure it out. If I had a clamp this thing down on and yank it out, I would.
Hemostats?
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Okay. Sorry, Molly, you give me an idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but I get a shot. Let's see if this works. Probably not going to work, but I'm going to have to try. Now, how long does your tips last on something like that, Blake? I'm curious. So I'm more of a repair guy than build an arrow from scratch guy. I'm still learning how to make arrows. If I knew how to do it properly, I would make all my arrows, but I am not confident in my abilities as of yet. My tenacity says I can do it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You think I might be able to make my own arrows?
Oh, anybody could. With the time, patience, knowledge.
Got it. Oh, that took a while. And this arrow is toast. This tip, look at that.
Yep.
That's a very toasty tip. That's what I did to it. With just a tiny little pair of needle nose pliers. So that was going to go in the trash. But this would fit over any field point. Like that. As you can see, I had a field point. It just screws on or slips over. Like that. That way you don't have to change anything. I know. And you can also do this. Sorry, love. But yeah, I'm going to keep that one on there because it doesn't hurt to have an extra one. But I've got things for handle most situations. And like I said, this is my broadhead sharpener. And it just fits the tips in here. It's using one of these as an example. What's in here?
Enjoy that cool air, dude.
Oh, the muscle tension was getting to me.
Okay, just put your arrows tips in here like that. And this goes through here like that. Just go down. And it maintains the proper angle. Does the same thing on the other side. There you go. Once you pop, you can't stop. But yeah, like I said, I'm good at repairing. Never really haven't taken that leap into the building from scratch yet. But then again, I've had to repair a lot of arrows on the fly, a lot over the years. Does anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, I'm just curious. Does anybody know what this is?
Nope.
Really? I'll give you a little show what this is. Using the mechanical arrow that I have here. This is what is inserted into a carbon shaft or aluminum shaft or whatever shaft you're using, and adhered into. That's what the little dark spots is glue. So it allows you to change out your heads on your arrows.
It's a
Okay.
ferrule.
So it's called an insert. And you could add weights to these and everything else to help make your arrows heavier, to allow them to be shot by heavier bows and such. But sometimes you need a heavier, stiffer arrow in order to make your shots better. Be well, CR. Thank you for coming.
Yes, you are.
Now, Blake, are you planning on going hunting this year? Bow hunting, that is. I know that you want to, Jarrett. I have sent you several links. I have found some really nice takedown recurves for you for $100 or less. Sorry, I'm putting some of my stuff up before I lose them and get stepped on, because, yeah, these right here with the bleeder ones would not be good to step on at all, especially by me, since I'm barefoot most of the time. Also, I got my tip wrench for my broadheads, screwing broadheads. I also have my bowstring maker, which is down over here, which I'm in need of a lot more bowstring so I can make my bowstrings proper. Oh, I have showed this off before. Give me a second to get my step apart here. Is this piece right here. Jason, you should recognize this.
Not offhand.
A bow saw.
Nope. Yes, it's a deer antler with a loop.
I don't recognize it off the top of my head.
Okay, this is for carrying small game like rabbits, squirrel, what have you.
Oh, that's right.
You'd run it through their back tendons and loop it, and you'll go put this through your top of your belt or your belt loops, and you can let as you go along.
It's a stringer.
That way, it's a game stringer, but it's a homemade one. I picked it up at a yard sale somewhere. I can't remember where. I can understand that, Jarrett. I will keep you informed on all the good deals that I got on bows that I know of, because I'm trying to find you. The ones I've been showing you are some of the cheapest I've ever seen. I've found more than a few under $99 and under. The last one I sent you was actually an amazing deal that I've never seen that cheap before. I will show you guys. Let me pull up that link and I'll show you guys, because in case you're interested in getting one of these things, it is a really freaking good deal. Give me a second here. I'm having a little issues with my. What am I hitting here? Oh, okay. That's what I'm hitting. Oh, come on. There we go. Cleaning up my gear before I spread it out all over the room again. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Let's see. I sent it to Jarrett on Facebook. I think it did. Or was that Instagram? I'm not sure. I have to double check. Nope, I don't think I said. It must have been. I thought that was on Facebook. Let me check my phone. No, it's not that one. Let me check this one. Okay, I see where it's at now. Give me a moment. I'll be there in a bit. See if I can figure out where I put it. There it is. I could have sworn that's not the one. Skip that one. There we go. There it is. Okay, here, check. I think this is the one. Let me see. Is that it? Actually, yeah, this one's $129 at the moment. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
At your place?
Say what?
Is it done raining yet over where you're at?
As far as we know, it's done raining right now.
Ah.
This one here is $129, but it does come with 3 arrows. It's a nice little kit, and it comes with a bowstring, arrow rest, fur arrow rest, a bowstring silencer, bowstringer, and an arm guard, and 3 arrows. Unfortunately, these are just like target arrows. They're not like, hunting arrows or anything like that. But they are it is kind of cool. Well, I guess, yeah. But they are real fletched, feather fletched. Hey, Deb, hi, welcome back.
Hey, Deb.
Hello.
Okay. Be well, Deb. Thank you for coming. No, I've been sending Jarrett a bunch of different bows and stuff that I've been finding. Okay, here's a gob. Okay, here's the one from where's this one from? This one is from huntingdoor.com. Here's another one I want to show you. I'm gonna get you a new one here. And this one is only $99. And it goes, it is right-handed, I believe. I don't think they do it left-handed, but let me check. Nope, that's just that one. It is right-handed, as it shows here. And it comes from 20 pounds all the way up to 50 pounds, which is more than sufficient for hunting any game in Iowa. And there's a takedown recurve, as you can see here. And it's got all the bells and whistles. It's also got the where it's screw-in bolts, limb bolts, which you don't have to worry about using tools. But you can put it in your sights, your floating arrow rest, but it does come with an arrow rest, as you can see. But it does come with your bowstring, the arrow rest, your finger tab, and a arm guard. For $99, that's not bad. What do you guys think?
I already spent my money.
I understand you spent your money, but you got to admit, it's a nice little setup. I'll make it bigger for you can see it a little bit better if you.
Well, I can see it.
Yeah, for those, other people than you, other than you. But like I said, it's got everything you need. This part here with the not needing to need tools in order to put your bow together, that's a good grab and go situation. It's not too heavy, not too light, and 50 pounds is more sufficient to take down all game in Iowa or anywhere else for that matter, legally. And as some people might say, it's pretty. I'm sorry that it's got, you can tell it's got a little bit of red in there, as you can see.
Is that a laminate?
It is a laminate bow. See? And there's the limb bolt. There's the limb bolts where you can, screw in your limbs without having to use any tools. Okay, it's got a synthetic fiberglass core with a hard maple wood core with a multi-layer synthetic fiberglass core. That's not bad for the limbs. And it's from top archery. And there's a different setup. The setups there from either side. Still pretty cool, if you ask me. But like I said, $99 is not bad. I'm not sure about how much shipping is. I'd have to check. So if I add it, I'm just going to check it, just like add it to cart. And go to checkout real quick. I haven't done anything yet. Let me see here. Okay. I don't want to put my shipping address and show it to anything, so give me a second here, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, shipping would be free.
Ah, crap.
What?
Yeah, you don't have to be
You
happy.
picked your nose, didn't you? Yeah, that would be when this one here would definitely be with free shipping. So there you go. That's not bad. So whenever you get it, free shipping to wherever you're getting it. So if you're interested in that site, let me know. I can post it in the chat. Actually, I'll post it anyway. That way you guys can check it out for yourselves. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. There it goes.
Too cold.
So if you're interested in trying that, go right ahead and try that because that will be the best way to go.
No. What's in it's yucky.
So what do you guys think of that one?
It was a nice setup.
I'm trying to see if I send him some more. I was sending him a lot of different information because he was looking for a bow. So, you know me, I'm always looking for deals for people. And he wanted a takedown. So, my preferred, if I'm going to spend $120, $150, I'm going to go with a Samick because that's what I prefer. But some of these other ones, up and comers, are very Samick Sage like, sort of like second or third generation Samiks in their own right, just different names. And the takedown limb bolts with the screws are a lot easier than having to carry around an Allen wrench. What do you guys think?
I just told you.
No, I was referring to people in the chat. I know what you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for people to respond in chat. We went way down after the class. Though the class was very interesting and actually I learned a lot.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
I did the whole section instead of the little tidbits because I figured to be a little bit more eccentric to the actual test that we take. So I just screwed up and chose the wrong answer, and I should have chose the answer you said because it was more inclusive. But I tried to keep it, I overthought it. It happens, It's a goblin bow, yes. And since you are into fairs and stuff, you can say you took it from a dead goblin there, Jarrett. And like I said, $99 plus free shipping for a bow you can hunt with. There you go. I would improve the arrow rest and some other things, but yeah. But free shipping is free shipping. I've got a few more bows that I've got my eye on. If you're looking for a solid one-piece bow or something like that, that's a little bit more expensive. If my friend Tom had his shop up and running, I could have taken you over there and you could have gone through his shop and picked out a bow from him because he would allow you to make a bow, buy a bow from him through payments. Now, he still lives in the Des Moines area, and all his bows are over at his house. I could try to get a hold of him through Facebook if you're interested, Jared, and we can talk to him about getting you a bow, buying you a bow through him. I bought a lot of my bows through him over the years, and my arrows as well. So if you're interested, I can introduce you to Tom. He's a major bow hunter, and he's the owner operator of Barefoot Traditions. Barefoot, as in literally barefoot. I did that with my good leg, folks, not my bad one. I don't think I can lift my bad one that high. But that's one thing I like about Tom. He's very flexible in his pricing because it took me 6 months to pay off my longbow that I've got. But he allowed me to shoot it anytime I wanted to and everything else. The only reason he didn't have a shop anymore because the building was condemned. The roof fell in. So can't really do much when the roof falls in. Any questions, folks?
Nope, I'm checking weather.
Did you hear about the earthquake in California?
There's always earthquakes in California.
Well, this one was like a 5.5.
It's a medium one.
Yeah, I think it was in
Probably Landers area.
El Cedo or something like that. I'm not sure.
El Segundo.
I think so. I saw a video about it, and the people were shopping, and all of a sudden the whole store that they were in start rattling off the shelves and everything. That's one thing you can't really plan for most of the time. All I can suggest is get outside. That's all I can suggest for something like that. Sorry. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Okay.
Get more.
So, Molly, you have the con. You're in charge.
Oh, yay.
Talk to people.
Yeah, looks like we got rain and well, it looks like we're gonna be hitting it might hit the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The storms are not really moving. We're just going over the same area. They're still in the same area. So what's the weather like where everybody's at? currently checking ours. See how that's going to be tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, honey. That's yummy.
That was the last of the creamer. Be 68 degrees tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Hey, hon, have you seen my birthday card? My birthday card I got from Molly. I thought I'd put it right there.
You probably did. Probably got shuffled around with the search for your.
All right.
Dip up Monday up to 58%.
I can't find it right now, but I will find it. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Alrighty.
What'd I miss?
Now we're talking about the weather.
Yeah.
Looks like Jarrett's heading out. Be well, Jarrett. Thanks for coming, brother.
Good night.
Good night.
Looks like everybody else is, falling down besides me right now. So
Right?
Yeah, I'm slowing down.
You only have 2 watching.
that's probably you and me and Jason.
Right?
But I think today was a pretty good thing. It wasn't very long.
It was a nice session.
Yeah. So we're probably going to end it at about 9:30 because I need to put my knee up anyway. So thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm going to just end it now.
That's fine.
Be well. I love you all. Thank you again for the birthday card, you guys. I really appreciate it.
You're
I
welcome.
opened it up and I read it and I put it down and I can't remember where I put it. I got the envelope right there,
Uh-huh.
but I just can't find where I put it. And I read it to Jenny and everything. It was like really beautiful. You got beautiful handwriting, Molly.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. My handwriting sucks. I've got a doctor's handwriting. But then again, I'm dyslexic and my handwriting is awful anyway. So
The only thing I write that looks good is numbers.
I can't even do that. But I type. That's about all you can do. And even then, I have to make the corrections on the go.
Right?
Till I know I think I got it right is the problem. So that's why I try. I'm better talking than I am writing. But be well. I love you guys. Love everybody else who was here in chat, whatever. And I will see you tomorrow on your channel.
Yep.
At 8:00 Central Time for Pest Hunter Outdoors with his best catch right by his side.
It might be earlier.
Really?
Maybe.
Send me a message on Instagram if you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any particular topic, or you're going to go just to random?
Well, it depends on what happens tomorrow.
Well, you said you're going to do a tour of your new shop setup.
Well, I'm working on the shop.
He's rebuilding it.
Well,
I'm
new shop
upgrading.
setup is the same thing.
Yeah, I'm upgrading.
Yeah.
I'm finally feeling well enough. I can move around. I'm not hurting as much as I was.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you still have a place for your firearms and stuff?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I kind of figured that, like you're gonna have all your tools for your setting up of your pneumatics and stuff like that,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The care of servicing of pneumatic firearms.
Yep, recharge pneumatic.
Right.
PCP.
So if I sent you a Crossman pistol, could you service it?
I would have to take a look at it to make sure.
It's the old school big giant monstrosities that you have to pump. Up.
Oh, the American Classic. Oh, yeah, you can get parts for those.
Well,
These
I
days,
just want to make sure it's, it's everything's up to snuff. It was originally mine. I gave it to Ian, but I want to make sure it's safe to use, and that
Is
kind
it
of
holding air?
Oh yeah, it still shoots, has no issues. But the thing is, I don't know how old it is, and I'm not sure when was the last time it was serviced.
Right.
And I have no freaking clue about any of that, and I don't have any of the tools to do it either. And you're my only expert I know.
And the problem is they're still cheap. That's the whole thing.
But the thing is, I mean, Ian can shoot it from the back deck to where my archery targets and hit something with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it needs oil or what it needs. I want to make sure it's going to last longer than expected.
Yeah, doing the surface on it probably costs almost half as much as it costs to buy a new one.
You know how much it cost me?
What? 0?
It was given to me.
Yep.
So it's going to cost more than what I paid for it.
Yeah.
Well, you heard the old saying: if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Save you some money.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. But just like to
It's
see.
not like it'll backfire in your hand.
Well, don't use any petroleum products.
No, we don't. Ian's got some oil that came with his Beeman, but I'm
Yeah,
not sure how
one,
that.
one little drop.
Well, thing is, I'm not sure where and how that the Crossman would do.
If you open it up, you'll see a little hole that says oil here.
Oh, okay. I don't know where it's at the moment, but
We'll save you some money in shipping.
And I don't know where his oil for his Beeman is at the moment. It might be in his gun case, in his rifle case somewhere. Ian knows what's in his room. I have no freaking clue. But I'll let you guys go, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Be well. Love you all.
All right, see you later.
Good night.
I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hell,